Hi everyone. Good morning. Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, we are seeing our fifth unit topics, right? In our fifth unit, we are working with the MySQL database. Okay. In the last class, we seen some MySQL commands. Okay. Then we integrated our PHP with MySQL. Okay. Integration means just we are connecting by using PHP. We are able to connect with your MySQL. Okay. If you observe this diagram, okay, what we did in the last class, by using this PHP, we are able to connect with this database. Okay, MySQL database. We given the connection from our PHP file. Okay. Okay, after giving the connection to the MySQL, okay, what we can do? We can do anything. Okay, we can create database. Okay. Or then within the database, we can create tables. Okay. We can create tables, we can alter tables. Okay, we can insert some data into the table. Okay, all the operations we can perform after connecting to this database. Okay, see how you can connect to this by using PHP. Here it is. If you observe this program, okay, we have some predefined functions which are available in PHP used to perform some MySQL operations. Like if you want to connect with your MySQL database, okay, this is the function MySQL underscore connect. Okay, this function you use it to connect with your MySQL database. It takes the parameters like host. Host means here where your MySQL server is installed. That you need to mention here. Okay, then user of your MySQL database. Okay, here one more parameter, that is password of your MySQL server. Okay, these three parameters you need to pass into this function. Okay, this function will return, if the connection is successful, it will return true. If the connection is it is not connected to your server, it will return false. Okay, see if you observe here host, I locally I have installed my server, right? This is the local host, is my host, and the user is root and password is empty. Okay, these three parameters you need to pass within this function. Okay, simply just I'm checking if, whether it is connecting or not by using this if, simple if condition. If connection means if it is connected to your server, it is just I'm echoing the message connection successful. Otherwise, in the else case, I'm just printing not connected, and also I'm printing message. Okay. For example, while like connecting to your server, if is there any problem, okay. For example, if your server is not available, okay, MySQL server is not available, okay, at that time it will raise some errors, right? That error it will print by using this function. Okay, just observe here. Okay, where I have saved my file. Okay, if you observe here within the htdocs ECE folder, database, one more folder there, connect.php. Okay, yeah, this is the my server location. I have saved my file within this database folder. Okay, connect.php is my file. Okay, if I click here, you can observe connection successful. Okay, for example, I'm going to stop my server. Okay, I'm going to stop my MySQL server. Okay, what happens we'll see. Just I have stopped my server. Okay, now I'm refreshing this page. Okay, just I'm executing one more time this file. See what happens. Okay, now you can see error message. Okay, because your server is not in start mode, means your server MySQL server is not started. So that's why here it is giving error. Okay, by using that MySQL underscore error function, or like it is going to display the error message. Okay, no connection could be made because the target machine actively refused it. Means it is not able to connect to the server machine. Okay, see, I'm going to start my MySQL server once again. Okay, if I refresh this page, now you are able to connect with your server. Okay, see, now it is going to connect your MySQL server, right? Okay, if they ask any question related to like connection with your MySQL database, you need to write all this program, and you need to explain all the parameters like what is this host, okay, what is this user and password, okay, everything you need to explain by writing this program. Okay, then I wanted to create. See, I want to create one database within the MySQL server. Okay, the previous case we done all these things by using this command prompt, right? Okay, instead of command prompt, as a PHP programmer, you need to create everything by using PHP file only. Okay, to create any PHP like database, okay, we have the program like first you need to connect with your server. Okay, see, this is the connection which will give the connection to your server. Then I'm going to first I want to create one database. In the last class we created this database, right? Okay, how we created this database? Just within this like query, we just return query as create database ECE1. Okay, it is created. Okay, if you want to see whether it is created or not, okay, in our command prompt we will show that. Okay, show databases. Okay, here you can see ECE1 is there. Okay, in the last class actually we created that one. Okay, I want to use that one. Okay, use like ECE1. Okay. Now it is changed. Okay, if you want to see any tables within that ECE1, you can see by using show tables. Okay, one table it is created. Okay, here how I selected this database, just use EC1, it is changed to EC1 database. Okay, but by using PHP file, you can select your database by using this function. Okay, MySQL underscore select DB. Okay, this function is used to select your databases. Okay, for example, I'm going to create one table. Okay, where I need to create my table within this ECE1 database. Okay, for that you need to select that database first. Okay, after selecting your database, now you can create your tables. Okay, for creating any table, what is the syntax? Query here, create table. Table name is the student. Okay, then attribute list. Attribute you can call it as attributes or column names. Okay, first column is roll number. Okay, it is integer type. Okay, one more column name, that is string type. Okay, here you can take char or varchar. Okay, mostly used data types these are varchar, char and int. Okay, then this is the query. Okay, you need to execute this query. Okay, to execute your query in PHP, we have one simple function, that is MySQL underscore query. Okay, this is the function used to execute your query. Okay, see, this function will take query as a parameter. Sorry, yes, query as the parameter. Here query is this one. Okay, this total query I have saved within this SQL, right? This is the variable. Okay, this variable I am passing within this function. Okay, this will execute your query. Okay, MySQL underscore query is the function which is used to execute your query. Okay, if it is executed, means it is successful. then it will return true. Just simple message I'm giving here, it is table created. Okay. For example, if it is false, means the query is not executed. Just I'm printing the error message, that is like a simple error and the message. Okay, just I'm saving this file. I'm trying to like execute this file. Okay, by using browser, I'm trying to like locate the server address. Okay, databases here, or like createdb.php is my file name. Okay, if I click here, you are getting error table student already exists, because actually I already executed this program in the last class. Okay, that's why here it is giving the error message. Suppose that I will change the table name. Okay, instead of student, I'm just giving student name as student1. Okay, if I execute this program once again, what happens? Okay, now you can observe table is created. Okay, you can see whether it is created or not also. So now just I'm showing show tables. Okay, now you can observe here student 1 is already there. Student 1 sorry, student is already there. Now student 1 is created. Okay, in this way you can create one table by using your PHP file. Okay, creating a table by using PHP file. Okay, I'm not created from here. Okay, by using PHP file, I'm trying to first I just connected to my server. Okay, after connecting to your server, there I already one database is there. In the last class we created this database. Okay, I have just selected that database. Within that database, I just created one table student or student1. Okay, this query I'm just passing within this function MySQL underscore query function. It will take the query. Okay, it will execute the query. Okay, if the query is executed, it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. False means it will raise some errors. Okay, for example, if I refresh this page once again, you can see error message because student one is already exists. That's why it is giving the error message as already exists. Okay, then now you can do any operations. For example, okay, we are connected to your MySQL server. Then we created one database. Okay, now you are created one table. Okay, now you can insert some data. Okay, insert operation also you can perform by using PHP file. Okay, see, same program just copying. Okay, taking one new file for insertion. Okay, saving this file as insert.php. Okay, for insertion I'm taking one more file. Okay, I'm going to insert the data. I'm going to insert the data into this tables, either student or student1. Okay, we created two tables, right? Okay, I'm going to insert anyone into any one table. Okay, see, for insertion also, first you need to connect with your server. Okay, same code. Connect with your server, then select your DB first. Okay, after selecting your DB, okay, you can write the query. You can write the query to insert data. Okay, the query is for insertion, just simple query insert into table name. Table name is student. Student columns you need to pass. First column is roll number, right? And second column is name I given. Okay, name only, right? Yes, the name. Then what are the values you are going to pass? Those values you need to pass. For roll number, I have taken it as an integer. Okay, that you can give like any integer number. Then name I taken it as a varchar. Okay, for if it is a varchar, you need to take it as a single quote. Okay, you can give any name. Okay, This is the query. Okay, same, we did anything, just we will change this query only. Okay, for insertion, just I'm changing this query. Same, this query I'm passing into this MySQL underscore query. Okay, this query I'm passing. Just instead of your table created, just I will change the message like data, a simple message. Otherwise, if the query is not executed, then I'm going to give the message, error message, that is just simple error. If is there any error, that error I'm going to print by using this function. Okay, simple. Okay, for inserting your data into a table, okay, simple program, same whatever we did in the previous. First connect to your server first, then select your DB. Okay, after selecting your DB, write the query to insert operation. Okay, insert into student columns. Okay, then values. Okay, this is the way to insert data into your table by using PHP file. Okay, then I'm going to save this file. I saved this file in the same location, insert.php. Okay, and just execute that file. Okay, this is the new file I just saved for insertion operation. Okay, now you can see data inserted. Okay, data inserted means we are able to insert some data into the table student. Okay, 1001 and this name. Okay, I just inserted. Just check whether it is inserted or not. Okay, for our confirmation, I'm just checking. Okay, how you can select your data from any table by using select query, right? Select from table name. Okay, now you can observe 1001 this query. This one row is inserted. Okay, see what we did, we just retain the query, insert query, and then we executed that query by using this function. In the previous case, for creating a table, we just retain the query for creating table, and just we executed by using the same function. Everything we did with the same function only. For executing any query, we use this function, but we change this query itself. Okay. For example, in the same way, I'm going to insert one more data, or like one more row. Okay, just I have changed the values. Okay, I will refresh this page once again. Okay, now data inserted. Okay, now you can see whether it is inserted or not. Okay, now you can see one more row is created. One more row is inserted, right? Okay, then you can perform some other operations also. Okay, insertion is completed, right? Okay, you can update your data. Okay, in the last class we updated the data, right, by using like update query. Okay, you can update your data, and you can like delete data also. The delete operation also you can perform. Okay, you can select your data from the table also. Okay, selection. Okay, from here I'm able to select writing the query, right? Instead of writing here, by using PHP file also, you can write that selection query. Okay, all the operations we are going to perform by using PHP file. Okay, remember that all these things we already did by using command prompt, but by using command prompt, mostly they won't ask. Okay, by using PHP file only you need to write. If they ask the query like related to DDL commands or DML commands, here DDL means data definition language. Data definition means for creating, alter, okay, drop. Those are the DDL commands. Okay, DML means manipulations. Okay, we can manipulate our data like insertion. Okay, delete. Okay, insertion, delete, update. Okay, select. Okay, these are the manipulation language, DML commands. Okay, these are the like create table, create database, okay, alter database, drop, rename, truncate. Okay, those are the data definition language queries. Okay, just remember those queries. Okay, remember those syntax also. If you remember the syntax, then only you can like replace here. Okay, while writing your program, just you can replace this query. Okay, simply just replace this query and execute it. Okay, clear everyone? Are you able to follow? Anyone? Okay. See, for updation, just change the query, update query. For delete also, you can just change the delete query. Okay. Instead of here in search, just I'm changing or like update query. For your practice purpose, just I'm updating some data. Okay. Here you can see instead of Pawan, I will change some other name. Okay. How you can see like update. Okay. The syntax update student. Table name you need to mention. Set name equals to, or you can give some other name. Okay. Like where you need to change that one. Where condition you need to write. Where here roll number I am giving. Roll number equals to 10002. Okay. Roll number equals to 10002. Just change the query itself. Okay, if you just change the query, just pass the query within this function only. Instead, just change the message. Okay, if you want to change, you can. Okay, or like you can write the data updated, or else just print the error message. Okay, I'm saving this file. Okay, within this function, within this program only, I'm doing the process. Okay. Just executing this file. Okay, now you can see data updated. Okay, just I executed that query by using this PHP file. You can see whether it is updated or not. Okay, for your confirmation, I'm just executing from here. Okay, now you can see instead of here Pawan, Abhi is like edited. Okay, means updated. This name is updated with this name. Okay, like that. Okay, these are the like general things which we can do by using PHP. Okay, now you get the idea, right? Okay, how we are going to connect with your database by using this PHP file. Okay, for example, some user requesting some page from our server. Okay, this is the request within this PHP file. For example, that user requires some employee data. Okay, one company maintaining some employee data within this server, MySQL server. Okay, just here he is checking whether he is eligible user or not. Okay, for that he is requesting one page from this server. Okay, what this PHP file will do? First, it will connect to your server. Then you will check the data against the server. Okay, if it is available, it will return details. Otherwise, it will give the error messages. Okay, simple. See, I will show like coming to our syllabus. Okay, see now you can see some commands we seen, right? Just remember those commands. We are integrated with your MySQL and we given the connection to the MySQL server. Okay, and this working with PHP and arrays of data, I will tell it later. Okay, now you can observe here working with the database. the same procedure, creating a table using PHP file. Okay, this thing you need to remember. Okay, create table here only, right? Yes, this table, this syntax you need to remember. You need to describe everything. What is this query? Okay, what are the parameters these are? Okay, all these you need to write in a description manner. Okay, if you remember one program, you can write that program for anyone, for updation, creation, okay, insertion, deletion. For everything you can write the same program, but you just change this query. Okay, see, like manipulation means just same thing, updation, deletion, those are editing the databases. If you want to like drop your database, or if you want to rename your database, okay, you can. Okay, inserting a record. Inserting a record means like just insert one row. Simple. Same thing we did by using PHP file, right? That program you need to remember. Okay, the same, not here. Okay, deleting a record. Okay, we'll see this one, how you can delete a record. Simple. Just remember that program, write the query. Okay, for example, I want to delete one row, same row I want to delete. Okay, or like how you can just change the query. Just observe here how I am like changing this query. Delete from student. Okay, delete from student where condition. Okay, where the roll number equals to 1002, that data is going to delete. Okay, for deletion, if they ask the question line, write a PHP script to delete a record from table. Okay, if you observe here, delete record is there, right? They will ask the question, right, like, okay, write a PHP script to delete a record from your table. Okay, they ask the question like that, you need to write this total program. Okay, don't write the simple syntax. Okay, write the total program. First, connect with your server. Okay, after connecting to your server, select database. Okay, for example, if you want to describe about this database also, okay, first you can write it some other way. First you can create this database, then you can select your database. Okay, then write the query for delete operation. Okay, execute it by using mysql underscore query, this function. Okay, one thing you need to remember, after performing any operation, okay, you need to close your connection with the mysql. Okay, I'm sorry to actually previously I not discussed about the closing of your database connection. Okay, after connecting to your server, you did some operations. Okay, some operations you did. Okay, after performing all the operations, you need to, at the end of your PHP script, just close your connection. Okay, to close your connection, we have the like function, right, like mysql underscore close. Okay, this function will close your connection with your MySQL database. Okay, like the connection object you need to pass here. Okay, this connection object is this one. Okay, this connection object. Okay, here it is connected, right? This connection object I am going to close. Okay, because like after connecting, some others may like enter into our database, they may like edit our data. Okay, to avoid that, you need to close your connections with MySQL. So while we are working with the file concept also, after performing file operations, we are closed our like file, right? We closed that file connection. Okay, after opening by using fopen function, we open the function. Just by using fclose function, we closed our file, right? In the same way here also, by using mysql underscore close function, you have to close your connection with the MySQL. Okay, this you need to remember. Okay, like that's all for today. You just remember all the queries. Okay, just I will show one sample example. Okay, how like this is sample examples you are seeing. Generally in websites, how we can use these programs. Okay, for that I will show some sample example I have created. I think not here. Okay, just I will show some sample thing. Test.php. Okay, this one only. Okay, see, you can observe here. I just created one web form. Okay, you can observe here PHP programming marks. I have created one sample like web form. Okay, what it is taking: your hall ticket number, your name, your test marks. I have conducted 5 tests, right? 5 test marks. I am going to save all these details into my like database. Okay, here from here I just created one web form. I'm just sending the data to the server. Okay, this PHP file, what did this PHP file do? It will insert my data into this table. Okay, that I am going to do by using this file. Okay, if I click on this submit marks, my data is going to save within the server. Okay, I will show that. Now you can see, just I will take anyone, just tell me, or some I will give.
Sir, 421.
421.
421.
Your name? Your
Divya,
name?
sir.
Sorry?
Bandaka.
Divya, sir.
Divya. Just I'm giving name as Divya. I just entering the marks. Okay. Randomly I'm entering. Okay. If I click on this submit marks, okay, what happens? This total data is going to store in my database. Okay. Keep your mobile mute.
ఆ టైంలో చాలా గుర్తు చేసింది బాబు. ఆ టైంలో ఒకసారి నేను ఆర్టీఐలో పోతాను బాబాయ్ అది ఒకసారి అడుగు.
Okay, if a new record is inserted. Okay, if you want to check your like result, I have created one more page, result page. Okay, now you can observe here. If I enter, you said 21, right? Yes, 21 I'm entering here. Okay, if I click on this get results, you can observe. Okay, same whatever we have entered there, that details you are going to retrieve here. Okay, generally if you are going to check your JNTU website results, okay, after your 4-2 they will, after writing your exams, they release your results, right? So what you will do, just you will enter some hall ticket number. Okay, I have entered some others also in the previously 405 I think. Okay, get results. Okay, now you can see some name Arun Kumar. Okay, what I did, I entered all your details by using this form. Okay, after completing your evaluation, just I have entered and submitted marks to the server. Okay, I will give this page to yours. So what you will do, just you will enter your all ticket number and you are able to see your details. Okay, internally how I return this code, I will show that. EC MySQL, one is test.ec, one more result. Okay, this is the test.php. This is the web form. Just I have created one web form, okay, with all these fields. Okay, these fields. Okay, then if I click on this submit button, okay, from here I'm submitting the web file. If I click on the submit button, data is transferred to this PHP file. Okay, that PHP file is like here I mentioned, right? If you can observe here, if I click on the submit button, the marks, total marks is submitted to this marks.php file. Okay, that marks.php file, you can see there I'm just reading the parameters. Okay, by using post method I submitted, right? Okay, we already did all these things in the previous classes. Okay, this thing just read the all ticket number and test marks, all the test marks, and just after that I'm inserted the data into the database. Okay, same operation what we did just now. I just inserted the data and executed the query. Okay, whatever the query I have written here, that query I have executed. Okay, then I have retrieved the results by using this program. Okay, uh, if we have time, I will continue this in the next class. Okay, because it is going to disconnect in 1 or 2 seconds, I think. Okay, we'll see in the next class, guys. Okay, there. Okay.